Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So I'm sitting here with who?
Marco the Brand.
And who are you?
I am an up-and-coming R&B artist from Washington, D.C.
Now some say you're the savior of R&B. Do you agree?
Hey, I never heard that, but hey, if they agree, then I agree. I mean,
Now, do you think R&B even still exists, or is this a pop game, or are you resurrecting it, or what are you doing with
I
it?
mean, I wouldn't even say my mentality towards it. I say it's R&B because that's the genre that people will most willingly attach my music to. But I wouldn't even really call it R&B. Like Frank Ocean said, he didn't want his music to be R&B. That's why his project he labeled it as bluegrass. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really have because I'm influenced by so many different genres.
Speak on that.
Man, I like Maroon 5. I like, you know what I'm saying, Jay-Z, of course. Like, I just like a whole lot. I like just a lot, man. I like different genres of music that a lot of people in my age group probably really neglect, even though it's really good music. So, I mean, I'm just heavily influenced, and that just stems from a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? That stems from a lot. Like it stems from people that I met, places I've gone, and I just certain stuff just caught my ear, or certain stuff just sometimes when you around stuff so for so long, like it becomes a habit. Like sometimes you don't even like a song, and you just find yourself singing it. So I mean, everything in that realm is just channeled into what I do when I'm creating music. So.
Now you certainly don't look like no way, shape, or form an R&B singer. Is that intentional? Was it accidental?
Nah, it's just me being who I am. Like I get that a lot. Like and it doesn't help the stigma that I'm a rapper because I'm always around BJ and Easy and Solo. You know what I'm saying? Rock. Like I'm always around those people, but I'm just being me. I dress, got the phones on, the hats. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what I do. It's my personal style, and my personal style it was never built to reinforce the fact that I'm an R&B singer. I don't dress a certain way, so you know that. I actually like dressing the way I want to dress, and just having you be surprised at what you hear. So a lot of people, I'm about to go to the studio, oh, would you rap son? Nah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the response I get. I'm used to it now, though. So.
Well, I'll be honest with you. When I saw your picture and then heard your song Hot Box, which I 2 thumbs up, I totally expected it to be like the most raunchiest rap song based on the title, and was thoroughly surprised and very pleased that it was an R&B song.
Man, that's just what I do. I'm not too big on giving people what they expect. It just so happens to be that what I do and what I like to do, the kind of music that I like to make, isn't necessarily the music that people would expect from somebody who looks like me. So I mean, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, people like what they hear. Even if they never see me a day in their life, they like what they hear. And I've chosen a career path where I don't pay myself. So what people like, and I'm blessed that people like my music. I'm blessed that, you know what I'm saying, I'm getting placement in all these different places because it shows that regardless of what I look like, what I do is appreciated. And I'm not a real raunchy person, you know what I'm saying, artistically anyway, because I feel like that's what I do is, in a sense, is different from, it's telling them, it's almost like why most people don't see porn as an art form. You get what I'm saying? It's too in your face, it's too, you know what I'm saying, it's just too much at times. But the more subtle, you know what I'm saying, like, which is why certain sites like Victoria's Secret and they're more subtle, which is sometimes why it can be seen as art. Like sometimes your delivery and how you put things a certain way and package it and then deliver it to somebody makes all the difference in how they receive it.
Now, so do you think your packaging this who you are is going to limit you in any way?
Do I think it's gonna limit me?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Would you ever switch it up if someone said, "Hey man, I need you to get a little more clean cut, a little more neo-esque to make this happen"? Would you be willing to do that, or is this is who you are? You can't change who you are.
I mean, I feel like a lot of times people, it's this situation, what you asking me, that's almost like me saying, yeah, my shoes Gucci and my hat. It don't matter what it is, but how you wear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm an R&B artist, but I don't wear my R&B artist hat like a Neo or a Trace. I don't wear the hat like that. You know what I'm saying? I wear it completely different, which puts me in a different lane. Yeah, I sing, but I'm not like those guys. You know what I'm saying?
Why sing and not rap? I think it's the new thing in the district now. Is everyone's hopping on. Some not talented, some talented.
Man, listen. As far as that goes, I can't judge who's what. I know my personal opinion on certain things, but I just don't rap because that's not who I am. I knew from a very young age, like listening to Drew Hill and Carl Thomas and Anita Baker, and you know what I'm saying. I knew that young that I wanted to do this. You know what I'm saying. And I've had my little stint of rapping, yeah, because I went through a time where when I was younger and my voice started changing, I was like, yo, it was just too inconsistent and I didn't have the patience for it. So I started rapping and I started doing the whole poetry thing. And everything happens for a reason because had I not had that phase, I wouldn't have started writing my own songs. Because then once I had one, it's one thing, yeah, you could sing somebody else's song because you can sing it a certain way. But to rap somebody else's song is not too much. It's you don't really get too much satisfaction out of that. So to write my own raps and then a couple years or like a couple, you know what I'm saying, a year or two later, to actually pick up the singing again and still be as good at it as I was before, but then I can add, instead of just being a singer, I'm a writer now. I put that under my belt, and I'm a pretty good writer. Shout out to my BMI affiliation. You know what I'm saying? But I just like I said, everything happens for a reason, and I embrace where I had to come from to get where I am now, and that's why I'm comfortable being who and what I am now.
So you're a real live businessman. You're not just singing R&B to get the ladies and be different from the other rappers in the area. You're serious about your craft.
Oh yeah. I can't really say the actual name of it right now, but I'm working on some stuff, and just to because I for every person who likes my music, I know and I've met people like me musically, whether they're just a writer, whether they're just an artist, whether they do photography. You know what I'm saying? I meet people like me on a regular basis who are thorough and they like to do it. So yeah, I mean, on one hand, I'm an artist to my soul, but at the end of the day, there's nothing better than owning everything that you've done. There's nothing better, and that's where the BMI affiliation comes in. A lot of people just not even protected. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people running around putting names on flyers that they don't even own. You know what I'm saying? That's counterproductive. But it's a lot of stuff that I had to learn myself. And my manager, DM Vixen, she's been very patient. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm a fast learner. She said I'm a fast learner, but I've been very, very patient in learning what it takes to be a complete artist. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that being an artist is just writing or going to studio vocal lessons. Yeah, but at the end of the day, if you can't put your music out and not have any type of fear that somebody can take your stuff, then why do you do it? Like I'm in love. I'm totally in love with every piece of every piece of music that I've written, and that's why I take it so serious. If someone, if I didn't protect myself, then I couldn't say I wish somebody would steal my. Because, you know what I'm saying? If that's like saying, oh, somebody better not rob me, but you leaving your front door open. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't take the necessary precautions, then you probably are either a little ignorant as far as what it takes to make it in this industry, or you just really don't care too much.
So you're in this for the long run. This isn't just something you're doing just to get a little popularity. This is going to be your life. This is your life work, you think?
This is. I feel like once you figure out what your purpose is in life, then you start living. When you're living, and I don't mean just breathing, I don't mean just eating or sleeping, I mean when you're living, just going through your day aimlessly with no real purpose, then you can have goals, but meeting those goals and expectations, it's not too realistic. Me personally, I'm here. Like, and that's why I start the key with me and what I do. I start building my own brand with me. A lot of people, they would like to have a group of people around them, and they just say, yeah, this is my artist, this is my. But you know what I'm saying, you gotta start somewhere. And I want my legacy in music to be beyond what you've heard from me. You know what I'm saying? I want my legacy to be placed in songs that I've written for other people, artists that I've helped get to a certain platform to be who they'd like to be. I'm here. Like, even the day that I stopped singing, which I doubt, even that day, I'm still gonna have my hand in it 100%, just for the simple fact that I hate the music business, but I love it as well. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of pros and cons to it, but you just gotta have your life together. You gotta have your priorities together, and you can't let somebody saying no to you be like, oh, they said no, so I'm gonna go this way. No, a lot of times being consistent is what people want to see when they tell you no. If I say I want you to buy this song, or I want you to listen to this song, and I want you to pay me for, I can't, oh, they told me no, so I'm not gonna go no more. Like, that's the kind of mentality that leaves people feeling just empty and unfulfilled in life. But yeah, I'm here. Like, Karma, early February, and then many other projects to come. I'm actually thinking of, well, after Karma, me and Easy are discussing, well, we've already discussed it, but we stamped that we're going to do he and I are going to do a project together.
Kind of like a best of both worlds type thing?
Yeah, and that's just based on the fact that his last single from Takeover 3 did so well.
Amazing?
Yeah, Amazing. Amazing did very well.
I give that 2 thumbs up. I like that too.
Amazing did real good. And I mean, even down to that, it just came down to timing. Just for the simple fact that we started doing Maserati Wednesdays, what, a year and a half ago? About. And then I hadn't heard from Easy until probably like 3 or 4 months ago. And then he told me, you know what I'm saying, that he had been holding that song for the day that I got in the studio with him. And that's a good feeling too, to know that on one hand, it's not too many R&B artists that are actually worth listening to in this area. But to know that someone's requesting your services on a song, not because you the only R&B nigga they know, but because they think you would do it justice. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's a good feeling as well.
Let's go back a little bit and talk about Karma. What can we expect from that? I mean, personally, Hotbox, I really feel like right now I can easily say on my top 10 list of R&B singles that dropped in 2011, you're right up there. And I listen to it daily, so I'm not slicing you. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass or nothing, because I don't do that. But when I got that end from Vixen, it was just like, whoa. and then it came right behind it was amazing. I'm like, these dudes are really showing out.
See, that's the thing. I told you, timing is key. Timing is key. Whether we're all, you know what I'm saying, Easy's with DCR, you know what I'm saying, DCR is under Maserati Music, you know what I'm saying, I'm not signed to either, but the whole thing with that is, it's all about timing. All about timing. When you put together a plan, even though we're not on paper, we're not, you know what I'm saying, a part of the same, you know what I'm saying, thing like legally, but when you move with the same people, it would have been backwards for me to drop Hotbox and then for him to come with Hotbox a month later, a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like it would have been backwards just for the simple fact that we both have our own momentum in our own right. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. I'm thankful that Amazing's doing so well, because then that's marketing me to a whole nother audience as well, and it's doing the same for him. But like I said, it's all about timing.
What can we expect from you on Karma? What do you have for us on there?
Karma.
Let's talk about, first off, the name in and of itself. You know, a lot of people don't recognize the energy that you put out into the universe can directly affect your karma.
Oh yeah.
So are you taking it from that standpoint, or is that just a cool name you thought was I can work with?
I mean, it is a cool name.
It is a cool name.
But karma. Like I said, I came up with that. I came up with the title for that. Well, I came up with that title for this project. I'd say 2 or 3 months ago, because it's a genuine subject that you can, you know what I'm saying, there's all types of karma. There's good karma, bad karma, and under those labels, there are different situations that fall. So even though it's one word, it's a very broad subject. And I chose the name just for the simple fact that even in my personal life, that's why I like writing everything. Like from the hooks to melodies to, I like doing that myself, because nobody can tell my story better than I can. I just came up with the name because there's a lot of things that have gone on in my life, personally and professionally, where I've done the right thing and I haven't necessarily gotten the best. I haven't necessarily gotten the best results out of the situation, or I've done the wrong thing and I've gotten the best out of the situation. And I say that to say this: just because you don't get the best results for your situation initially doesn't mean that karma isn't in effect. You can do the right thing, get the wrong, you know what I'm saying, results, but later on down the line, you're rewarded for the right that you've done. That's karma, and the same thing goes for the opposite. It's like I said, it's a very cut and dry title, but it's a very deep subject, which means every song that you hear on this project is going to be karma based, whether it's good, bad, good, bad. It's going to be, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be a complete story, chronologically told, and it's gonna have everything that you. If we had sound dictionaries, where you know how you say, if you looked up this word, you'll see this picture. If you looked up karma and there was this whole project is what you would hear. It's gonna be a pivotal moment for this area as well as for myself.
How much of it is personally based on you, and how much of it is just you writing what you think your fans would want to hear?
It's all based on what I know.
So we're getting to know you with this one.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with every project that I've done, my very first project was the audition. I dropped that a couple years ago, and then I did Like a Melody. All of those projects have had a build up personally, like internally, where I've gone through certain things, I've seen certain things, been a part of certain things, and I write about it. I'm always writing, and it's all gonna be me. It's gonna be me from top to bottom. And like I said, I don't let anybody write a song and say here, sing that, because I'm an R&B artist, rhythm and blues. With this genre, there's a certain amount of emotion that you have to have, a certain amount of attachment that you have to have to your music in order for it to be received a certain way. Like, it's one thing for somebody to hear the song and relate to the words, but with the way that it's delivered and the emotion behind it, there's a whole different attachment that the listener can have to the actual song. And that's just a testament to how genuine music is successful.
I want to step back a second. You said a lot about helping and different things. Now, that's a word I very rarely hear in this area. Now, DC isn't known for helping unless you're clicked up or squad up or that's part of your mob. Do you feel, because you move so freely between different cliques and different organizations, what do you accredit that to? How are you able to do that? And do you think you're an anomaly here in DC because you are able to do those things?
I mean, the way that even goes back to when I was in high school. Like, I went to Dunbar. I'm from Southeast DC. You know what I'm saying? But I went to an uptown school where it was probably out of all of the kids, it was probably like 20 of us from the south, from Southeast. And while out of 20 of those, while 15 of those was fighting the niggas from uptown, I was, you know what I'm saying what's up to them in the hallways, playing football with them, playing baseball with them, around their way, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I met BJ. I went to high school with BJ. And we never had no issues. Like, I've always been that social person, but I've never been the type to lock myself down. Like I said, I'm a social person, so me being able to move from, you know what I'm saying, from group to group, it all boils down to how versatile, how it just boils down to my versatility as an artist, because you can't be one-sided and expect every single one of these groups to merge and mesh with that one side. But my versatility isn't something that I manufactured. It's me as a person, where I can sit in a business meeting and talk X amount of money, and they know that I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? They don't feel like I just came from Southeast and I can sing, so I'm sitting in this meeting. No, I know everything about what I'm talking about, to the point where I can be in certain settings and blend in and stand out at the same time. Because out of everybody in a room full of, you know what I'm saying, people who are living this life, yeah, I lived a certain life, but I'm able to transcend. And my personal ability to transcend, it crosses over to my music, to where I can do a song with BJ, or I can do a song with Mina, Leon. You know what I'm saying? I said too much. But where I can do a song with Easy, or I can do a song with Rock, you know what I'm saying, where you got more to go feel, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I can transcend. And not to toot my own horn, but I'm a hell of a person. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, real niggas like to be around real niggas, whether they sing or not.
What do you credit that to? Your upbringing, your family unit, or it's not many people that are, in my opinion, as real as you. I've met a lot of cats, and you're fronting, so I can't really stomach you. But I meet a lot of cats that are down there, like BJ. We spoke. He's real tight with his grandma and his mom. So, is that the same with you? Because you're kind of a real dude like that.
Like, me personally, it's always been, as long as I can remember, it's always been me and my mother. Me and my mother, then my grandmother was in the picture, my aunt, my sister, you know what I'm saying? My sister's, 7 years older than me. So, in a sense, I was kind of forced to learn how to be connected with everybody around me. And a lot of my music, I have to thank for them. Because, yeah, I grew up around women, but from the time I leave out the house in the front door, you know what I'm saying, I'm in a different element. So, I mean, I'm in a situation where I learned everything. I saw a lot. and I was able to. A lot of people, they mature as a person, but they don't let the information that they've soaked up mature. You know what I'm saying? You have to, on one hand, when you a baby, you do something wrong, you get popped. A lot of people don't equate that to being an adult and you do something wrong and there are consequences. Like, you have to let the information that you've acquired throughout your life mature. So, I mean, I'm in a situation where everything in the DC area, Virginia area, Maryland area, and beyond, because quite frankly, a lot of things that I've done is taken off, you know what I'm saying, the last couple months. But I'm in a situation where I can easily fit in and I can easily stand out. And I'm close with everybody, you know what I'm saying, my circle, like everybody. Like me and Easy, I talk to Easy. If I don't see him and I'm not in the studio with him, I talk to him at least 3 or 4 times a week. My manager, I talk to her every day. I'm talking to her from the time the sun comes up to the time it goes down. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm close with everybody. Just for the simple fact that I like to know who I'm with. I like to know who I'm with, and I like to know who I'm not with. Cause if you're not with us, then the chances of you being productive as far as you're concerned, instead of us as a unit, is, you know what I'm saying, the options weigh heavily. So, I mean, you have to know who you're dealing with. You have to be tight with everybody around you if you want to be comfortable in the success that you have.
We're gonna wrap it up in just a minute, but I want you to sell Karma. What if you had to pitch it? Quick commercial. What would you say?
Yo,
The smile says a lot. Okay.
your best friend, your very worst enemy, which you deserve without a bit of sympathy. Karma.
Dig it. Now, before we shut it out, I'll do these random questions from time to time, and I don't want you to think about them. I just want you to answer them. And it's just gonna be crazy shit that I just.
Okay.
For me, it was one of those moments, and I was like, yeah, I like these questions. What's your favorite curse word?
Fuck.
Mine too.
Oh yeah, shout out to DJ Mem. We both like fuck.
That's my word too. Now, when you meet your maker, what do you expect to hear from him?
I expect nothing but honesty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not perfect, so I'm not gonna expect him to say I am. But I expect, by the time I meet him, I expect to hear that I've done everything that I was put on this earth to do. You know what I'm saying? Live and learn, help, be helped, love, and be loved. You know what I'm saying? Like, just everything that I was put on this earth to do as a human being, and everything I was put on this earth to do as an artist. Just I want to have done everything that he's put me here to do.
What's your least favorite sound?
My least favorite sound?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying, just in general?
Mhm.
My least favorite sound. Nails on the chalkboard.
What's your favorite?
Uh, blank beats. Blank beats. Like, I can sit for hours at a time and just listen to beats. Just for the simple fact that the canvas that's created is very important when you're trying to paint a certain picture. So, I mean, and a lot of times, for real, getting new beats in my inbox, it can improve my mood, genuinely.
How so?
Because a lot of time, especially me being an R&B artist in this area, there's not too many outlets to be who I am, and not feel like I have to be this so I can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times I used to feel like when I was younger and I wasn't as secure in my artistry, I used to feel like, okay, I have to go to this venue and rap one song so they'll rock with me so I can sing one. You know what I'm saying? And now I really don't give a fuck. So, but yeah,
If you weren't doing this, what would you be doing?
I'd probably be I'd probably be doing something in photography, or you know what I'm saying. I like to do. I would be doing something that has to do with music, because every day, like, I have a certain set of songs that I have to hear. Like, I have a soundtrack, and I live it. I love it because I live it, and I live it because I love it. So I would most definitely be doing something in music or some form of artistry, because I'm just a passionate person.
That's the best way to end it there. Thank you for your time, sir.